Everybody, it's Greg Harrelson here with Century 21, the Harrelson Group, of course, located in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And I just wanted to share another update of what's going on in the condo market along the Grand Strand. Whether you're in North Myrtle Beach, all the way down in Polly's Island, Myrtle Beach, Surfside, Garden City, Myrtle's Inlet, anywhere in between, we've got a good grasp of what's going on. And one of the things that people are asking us right now are real estate prices on condos going down? Are the prices for condos declining? And the best answer that I could give you is it depends. It depends on which building you're in. There are buildings right now that, 8 months ago, there was 3 units for sale. And today there are 40 units for sale. Then there's also buildings that right now there were 1 unit for sale, say 6-7 months ago. And right now there are no units or 1 or 2 units for sale. So nothing significant in terms of changes for that building. So it is very building specific. But if I did go in and just, do a research and look at the median price for condos, we are seeing a 5-week trend of a slight decline. But I'm telling you, we really have to look at that number carefully because a lot of the decline is coming from just a handful of buildings, which is bringing the average down. And again, it is very slight. So for the most part, prices are fairly flat at the moment. We're not seeing higher highs like we used to. We're not seeing multiple offers as frequently, or even full price offers are not as common. We are seeing prices or offerings from buyers become, a little bit lower than the asking price, but we're still negotiating really good prices. Now, from a data standpoint, I'll give you some facts, and I've got it down on my paper here, so I'll refer to them so I get it right. Right now, year-to-date closings for condos is roughly down 25%. Now, pendings are down around 42%. So we got 42% least or less pendings. These are contracts that are about ready to close, but only 25% decrease in sales. Now, the reason why there's a difference in that number is because the 25% decrease in sales this year is also including the first 4 or 5 months when sales were very strong. So the number's a little bit skewed. There's no question, no one can deny that the MLS data will show a decrease of around 35 to 40% is likely what we're going to see by the end of the year when it comes to less sales. Days on market for condos, whether it be oceanfront, ocean view, off the ocean, or even golf course condos, we are seeing it is taking a little bit longer to get a property sold right now. So we put it on the market, and where it may have sold real quick within a week, right now we're sitting on the market, and sometimes it can be 3 weeks, 4 weeks before we get our first offer. Of course, because of that, some sellers, some agents are doing a lot of price reductions. So we are seeing price adjustments become more frequent in the market. And a lot of times you'll see a property go on the market, it sits for a month, somebody adjusts the price, and then all of a sudden it sells. If it doesn't sell after a price adjustment, then that probably means either it's in very poor condition, it wasn't marketed aggressively, or maybe it's still overpriced. I mean, again, that is very unit and building specific, but we are seeing those types of things. Prices to really go down, typically what you have to see is you have to see demand going down. So we know demand is down. There's no question, no one can deny that. But instead of supply going up, which would have likely caused prices to go down, supply is still flat. It's still very, very low. Right now, there's about a 2.5 month supply of condos on the market. Now, it was a 1 month supply, so it has doubled. But just to put this in context, anytime we have 4 months or less of supply, then we usually label that as a seller's market. So technically, we're still a seller's market looking at supply, but demand is still low, but it's still supply is significantly low. Above 4 months, 4 to 5 months usually is called a neutral market, but 5 to 6 months is where you start looking at it and calling it a buyer's market. So we definitely are not there in terms of pricing, but we are starting to see a softening of the market. So there's no denying we're seeing a softening, and there's still a window of an opportunity for people who would like to get their property sold. They feel like they've missed the market. You have not missed the market, not at all. If you've got a good condo, there's still a buyer out there, and you can still still get a price that's still well above what you're probably used to if you've owned the property for 5 or 6 years, because you know that before the prices were down quite a bit. So that's still good. Right now, we anticipate that the market will still be strong, throughout the year. Interest rates are challenging. A lot of buyers right now, they're having to pay a higher price and a higher interest rate. And a lot of times those financing terms are pushing them out of the market and leaving the main buyers right now being all cash buyers. And there are quite a few all cash buyers, especially people moving money out of their securities, the stock market, and putting it into real estate. Maybe they think that's a good hedge on inflation. Who knows what they're thinking, but we do see more and more of that. And we're probably going to see a little push for people that are going to be buying some condos at the end of the year, just for the sake of they need to make an investment for tax purposes. They need to get some depreciation expense, some other types of benefits for buying real estate, in terms of their taxes. So we should see a little bit of push, and then we'll continue to monitor the market to see what happens after the holidays. But right now, if you are thinking about selling, there's a lot of good arguments for why you would want to take advantage of this window of opportunity. We cannot predict the future. I surely do not have a crystal ball, but it does look like the market's going to continue to soften and prices could come down. The good thing is we haven't seen it yet. So if you're actively thinking about doing something, please give me a call. One thing about this video is I have to speak a little bit more in general terms. Your building itself could be completely different than what I shared. Again, some buildings have many units for sale and prices are starting to edge down, and some there's no units for sale and prices are strong. There's 1,000 condo buildings in this market, so I surely could not share what's going on in every one of those buildings on one video. But if you want to reach out to me, please reach out to me. Just find me. You can just email me back. Reach out to me. My information is in the description here, and I'll give you some specific data and specific information about your building. Again, I'm Greg Harrelson. I specialize in condos along the Grand Strand, all throughout the Myrtle Beach area. Please give me a call. Talk to you soon.